So many athletes have the problem of struggling with confidence. People in general, not just athletes. I'm here to tell you the biggest reason we struggle with our confidence is our ego. Sounds counterintuitive, the fact that we have a big ego, which makes us have less confidence, but your ego drives everything with your confidence. As a basketball player, my ego is the reason why I take so much pride in working on my game. Me becoming a better basketball player, it feeds my ego. When I have good games, when I make these steps in my career, it all feeds my ego. And that goes for all athletes. Being the man or the woman that got the nice contract, that scored all these points, won this award, made this all team, all that stuff just feeds and builds our egos. And it's something that we become addicted to throughout our careers. That success, people, congratulating you, you succeeding, it's addictive. You hear so many legends talk about how winning a championship is addictive. You get addicted to winning because it's a drug, it's a high. The dopamine we get from our successes and the challenges that we overcome is really, really addictive. And our ego is why we strive so much to be better, but it also is why we feel so much embarrassment when we fail. I remember when I won the state championship and I felt like I accomplished everything I set out to accomplish in my high school career by doing that. I was the hometown hero along with my teammates. We brought it back for the city. I was on top of the world. It felt so good. And I also remember when the year before, I missed the game-winning shot to advance us in the playoffs, and I felt like the world was over and ending. And those two examples can be seen throughout my career in different stages, and I'm pretty sure all athletes have had those different feelings in their career. You feed off of it, but it also drains and takes a lot of you when you don't come out on top. And because we have these egos that have been developed and fed, we also have shields that we put up to protect them. It may be a point in the season where you're going through a rough stretch, you're not practicing well, you're not feeling good about how you've been performing, and we don't talk about it. We only talk about the times we overcome a slump. We'll talk to our teammates, man, I remember this season I was shooting terrible from the field, but then, I locked in, got in the gym, and I turned it on. But in that moment, when you're struggling, you're not playing well, no one talks about it. We have this shield up. We don't want to admit that our confidence is shot. We don't want to admit that we feel less than. We don't want to admit that we feel inadequate and we're not helping the team or capable and we're questioning our abilities. And for the longest, I thought that that was only something that I would go through. But the longer I've been in this game, I see that everyone really goes through those moments. We just don't talk about them. And for me, it gives me so much more confidence and strength when I hear other people be vulnerable about the times that they're going through something rough, because it makes you feel more human and it makes everyone around feel more human. You don't feel like the only one that has these struggles, these mental battles, these times where you lose your confidence, you don't believe in yourself. You're not the only one. Everyone else is just not going to talk about it. But you in your own mind is talking about it to yourself. And they're going through the same thing as well, you just don't know. And because we have created those shields, when those shields get penetrated and we are exposed and we feel the most vulnerable, it magnifies everything. A bad game, a stretch where you might go down and smoke a layup, get crossed over and dunked on, or airball a shot, because you have this big ego and it gets popped and deflated in front of everyone, the crowd, all your teammates and coaches, you feel so bad and embarrassed because you think so highly of yourself. And it's a narcissistic trait that athletes have. Because we think so highly of ourselves, we take so much pride in ourselves and our game and the work we put in, our performance and all our accomplishments. When we fail or we have embarrassing moments, it hurts so bad because we think so much of ourselves. We build ourselves up so much that our embarrassing moments are such a killer. On the flip side, the reason we've had all these good moments is also because of our ego. Our ego keeps us from being lazy and not working out because we can't let anyone become better than us or outdo us. We got to keep getting better. We can't show up to practice looking trash or the season looking trash. In the game, I can't just let someone score on me and it's okay because I got pride and an ego. I'm not going for that. That's a part of our DNA as athletes. And the best way to cancel out your ego's negative impacts is by not thinking so highly of yourself and not caring about the results. In today's society, we got this thing called instant gratification, and we're so hooked on it, and we're drugged up on the likes and the social media, the clout. It's the same thing in sports. The more you care about how good you play, about getting respect from your coaches, your teammates, the fans, the more you care about that stuff and feeling that stuff, the more it's gonna hurt when you don't play well. My honest opinion and my philosophy is to not give a f. When I say not give a f, I mean not give a f about the things that don't matter. You can't care about a missed shot. You can't care about you lost this game, you didn't play well, you missed a shot, air ball, turnover, dropped the pass. You can't care about that. The results don't matter. What you can care about is the process. As cliche as it may sound, trusting the process is all you can be focused on. If I'm in the gym and I'm working my ass off, getting up shots, working on my defense, working on my body, watching film, working on my mind, giving everything I got in my preparation, then I can live with the results. I can't live with the results when I don't work for it. If I know I haven't been in the gym and if I know I haven't been watching film, I can't live with a bad performance because of that, because of a lack of effort. But if you go in and you give 1,000% effort every day, you can live with what it is. That's why you can't think so highly of yourself. You're not LeBron James, you're not Michael Jordan. Even those guys can't think so highly of themselves that they're not immune to mistakes. All you can do is your best. You can't do anyone else's best but your own. So if you focus on just giving it your all, whatever happens from that, whatever the result is, you can live with it. If your best in your career as a basketball player is making it to a nice team in the second division league, that's your best. You can live with that. You gave it your all. If your best is making it to the NBA or EuroLeague, you can live with that. Everyone's best is not the same. And because we think so highly of ourselves, we have this big ego, we have these lofty goals, expectations, which is perfectly fine. But when you don't reach those expectations, it can't be the end of the world. All you can do is continue to work as hard as you possibly can. And when it's all said and done, you can sit back, relax, and say, job well done. I tried. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. This is part 1 of a 3-part series talking about the mind, the ego, confidence, all the mental things that go along with being an athlete. Please like, subscribe, and lock in for the next video.